Okay, so did you see that I posted on Facebook that we were going to announce our soft opening and our grand opening soon?
I didn't, but I'm here for it.
I mean, I tagged you in it, so you'll see it later. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Did I also tell you that we got state approval for
No! So we are federally
approved, state approved.
So we're like a fish.
What does that mean?
Like officially a fish.
Oh, a fish, not a fish.
Just a couple of fish.
We just a couple of fish. I mean, Koruk, is that her name? Would be proud. Yes.
I literally listened to that song this morning.
Oh. Well, we are a fish. We still need to do that thing where you like publish it in the paper or whatever. But our unofficial legal team is on that.
Okay.
My husband is our unofficial legal team, in case you didn't know that. You probably didn't, because
it's a big deal over here.
It really is. Having an LLC, you guys, is going to be so good. I'm going to feel so good about accepting money because we be all legally...
Yeah.
It's like in manifestation when they tell you to, like, clear space for your manifestation to land. I feel like having a legit LLC is, like, the holding of the space for our business to, like, fully land.
Yeah.
As we are now sitting in our new podcast room. Keep your eyes peeped in the coming episodes for something marvelous to happen on this wall right back here behind me.
Be great.
Those of you listening probably care less about that, but hey, it looks really aesthetic on YouTube, okay?
It's gonna be amazing.
We've got our like beautiful wall color now. We've got cute little blanket ladder. We're really getting there.
There's so many things happening in here that
true.
You can't see. It's also a full moon today.
Indeed.
It is the wolf moon.
Ow, ow, ow!
Ow! So there's a lot of energy happening today. So if you are hearing us cough and seeing us yawn or hearing us yawn, like it's just, there's so much energy happening. On this, the day of the wolf moon.
I feel like it's mandatory to howl after you say wolf moon.
For sure. That's part of the visualization exercise that I have.
Oh. I love that. If you guys want Ashley's full moon, wolf moon study, I mean, this episode is coming out tomorrow, so we're still in the energy of the full moon tomorrow.
Yes. That's
so
true.
if you are hearing this on the day that it comes out, you can head to Ashley's Facebook profile and get her wolf moon meditation.
Yeah.
That's what you said it was, right? A meditation?
Well, it is. It's like a meditation. It's a visualization. It's just
getting into your wolf moon power.
Yes, it's just really prompting you to think real deeply about your own wolf instincts and
get down with your natural wolf self.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, and on the howling notes, you guys, if you don't know yet, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome.
A podcast of healing out loud for humans spelunking through their deepest hearts.
Yeah.
My goodness, it brings me such joy to do our intro.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can totally record an intro and just like plop it in and then it's like done, but it honestly feels so nice to verbally and like richly welcome you guys every single time.
I get excited, like it pumps me up.
What?
Yeah.
You don't even need more pumping up. You're already like hype.
That's
Hype.
true, but I just
Queen, goddess, hype woman.
I can't help it.
I get that.
I do. I get pumped. I get pumped up.
Besides, we all deserve more than we need. And so you get even more pumped up energy.
I love it.
We all deserve to live in a world of plenty.
I love that.
I was doing this meditation by Heart Magic Healing the other day, vibrational healing. We had them on a couple of episodes ago with Angela and Amanda, and it was ending on tuning into the vibration of plenty. And that felt really sexy. I hadn't thought of the word plenty as like a sexy word ever before. But like, plenty. Yes. It just feels sexy. I don't know. Maybe you need to be a 35 millennial working on herself to really catch that vibe. But
no, I feel it. I get it.
Okay, but you're also a 35-year-old millennial
that's
working
true.
on herself.
That's so true. Got it.
Those of you in more diverse age ranges than the two of us sitting here, do you get it? Do you get it? Comment below.
Yes. How does plenty feel to you?
Yes, when you just say the word plenty. Like it's a trickle of water across dry stones, finally quenching. Plenty. Ooh, I feel like my womb just relaxed just then as I was saying that. Woo! So, yeah, you deserve plenty of hype.
As do you.
Wait, thank you.
And as do all of you.
Yes. It's been really good. I'm real grateful for where our life is right now. Opening a healing arts collaborative. If you missed an episode or so, or you're new here, the reason why we're excited about recording in a new space and welcoming in plenty, it's because we are opening a healing arts collaborative called Your Soul Welcome in our hometown, and it's so exciting. It's almost ready. It's really coming together.
We just had our first kind of informal get together, and boy, were our minds blown.
Yes, we had a free soul circle here on Friday, and 14 people came.
Yes.
11 of which I had never met before in my entire life.
Yes.
And it was so nice to be in our space that we created, welcoming people that we know and love and people who are new that we're gonna love.
Yes.
It was so fucking cool.
It was so great. And the resounding feeling and the resounding message that I feel like I kept hearing from the new faces and the new people was just, I was so, like, they were so happy to see that we were putting things out there, even though we aren't fully ready, even though we still had spackle on the walls. Like, it was imperfect.
Yes.
But
there was spackle. This room was a tornado.
It was
it was
whole hot mess.
Woo! I mean, I'll be honest, even behind the camera right now, we've got a
whole rug situation happening.
Yeah, okay. So I'll let you guys know so you can look forward in anticipation. The wall behind me, we bought a beautiful, sexy, like, pink shag rug for sound absorption, for making sure that things aren't too echoey in here when we record. So we rolled it out behind the camera because we still wanted the sound absorption, even though we haven't had time to put it up on the wall because it just got painted. It's been a whole thing.
Yes. But everybody was just like, I, have been real unsure. I've been wanting more community. I've been really wanting to connect with people, but I'm an introvert, or I'm just not comfortable, reaching out. But
tonight felt like the right time,
yes.
Or this felt like one that I really wanted to make myself go to, and to know that, like, the universe is, like, whispering little thoughts of, like, well, maybe this is the one you should go to into other people's ears makes me really fucking grateful.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes.
Like, I don't, there's so much gratitude. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know where to put it.
I don't either. I'll just keep pouring it back out.
Yes,
I'm just gonna keep pouring it back out because it's the cycle of pouring it back out because it continues to fill me back up to continue to connect with all of these amazing
You're wise
people.
as shit. Look at you.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
I
just let it flow like a waterfall.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a song that has that lyric in it.
I feel like that's kind of what I look like today.
You do, yeah. It's a great tunic.
Thanks. It was yours.
I was sitting here looking at it and I was like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's so comfy.
Yes, it is.
It
very
is.
Much.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
You're so welcome. It is nice when I get to see my old clothes. Like they're little old friends who revisit.
Yes. They get to continue living on.
I bet that's how my sister feels when she gives me clothes.
Yeah.
It's a cute feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, what are we working on lately?
Oh my.
Yeah, what we been healing?
Oh, I have just been healing, holding space and yeah, just holding space in life for the extremes.
Yes. Ashley's been experiencing many impactful personal happenings that I don't think she's quite ready to share on the podcast yet, which is so okay and valid. So yes, you have been doing a beautiful job of coaching yourself into holding extremes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has been
a lot. It has been a lot. But it has been really eye-opening, and I feel like really growth prompting.
Oh, for sure.
To be able to respond to all of the big things happening that throw chaos my way in a way that is both intentional and like reflective in a way that I can be like, okay, yes, these things are happening. I can respond intentionally and not let the chaos consume me.
Correct. Yes.
And still also see all of the amazing things that are still happening. Even though the chaos is also happening, there are still so many wonderful things too. So
I love that. I think that's so beautiful. How does it feel to know that you can hold that now? To have witnessed yourself doing it, being that person.
At the beginning, it was a little bit scary.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to have to do this forever? And probably in some degrees.
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's
off
just
and on.
Life.
Yes.
But
not always in such frequency.
Yes, and to such intensity.
Yes.
And I think remembering that and reminding myself of that has been quite helpful. I think that it has allowed me to not fall into the old patterns of self-sabotage or...
I mean, just so that we're clear, you have allowed you to not fall into old patterns.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you were talking about it like it was this like magical happening that like all of a sudden, because you were this way, you didn't fall into old patterns, but, like, you made a decision to not.
Yes. It felt like a very magical decision.
Oh, it is a magical decision.
It is.
I just wanted to make sure that you were giving yourself credit also.
Thank you.
The magic and the humanity.
Yes. Because there have been times where I wanted to just fall into the old patterns. You know what I mean? Where I just wanted to be
always those temptations.
Why me? Why again? Why? You know what I mean?
Oh, the why me temptation.
Yes.
She be strong, because I also have felt that.
Yeah, it's just been so much. Like, it has been one thing after another thing after another thing. And sometimes that happens.
It does.
And there's really nothing I can do about it except for get through it. So I'm just going to get through it. And I'm going to try and get through it in a skillful way. And also enjoy the things that bring me joy.
Yes.
Because otherwise I will just be overwhelmed and stressed out and sad.
Yep. And those are such valid feelings.
Yes.
And it's so normal to experience them in the situations that you've been in. And also, in tandem with experiencing stress, you can also choose to have different behaviors that soothe you instead of feeding into it.
Right.
And because it's not like you weren't stressed.
Right.
You just took care of yourself.
Yes.
Inside of the stress.
Yes.
In a really beautiful way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel like the stresses and chaos of the last 2 weeks have been helping me to hold more.
Yeah.
In the episode that comes out next week, you guys, we're speaking with a pleasure-based nutrition and weight loss coach named Kirsten. And the episode that comes out next week is going to be so fire. I think it's my new favorite episode.
Absolutely. We had that conversation with her just a couple days ago. It was great.
It was so good. And in that episode, you'll hear me talk about the world archetype, where you are like the world tarot card, where you're just kind of holding space for an expanse of things. And I feel like the stress and chaos has taught me that I can hold larger space than I thought that I could.
Yes.
And B, it's okay to reach out for help from people that I typically wouldn't have let myself reach out to before. And even just in asking the question, I have felt better about receiving the bits of help that I have received. Because not everyone says yes when you ask for help, and that's okay. They've got their own stuff. They have their own boundaries.
Yes.
And that's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
But just the asking the question has felt very healing for me.
Yes.
And having my mom up yesterday to help us with some things was so beautiful. I texted her when I got home. I'm like, I don't think you understand how much better I feel now that the closet is organized.
Yes.
Kind of like behind the camera here, there's this whole closet.
It's a whole wall. It's not just a closet. It is a whole wall.
Yeah. And we had just been shoving shit in it because we were trying to make all of the public parts pretty. So the closet was just...
It was a cluster. Beep.
That may be the best description for it, if I'm being honest. It was not good.
It was.
So my mom helped us yesterday, and she was like, what can I do? What would help you out? And I was like, can you just organize this closet? And she was like, as if that wasn't a very good job or a very necessary job. But it was weighing on my brain to open that closet door every time I needed something, and it isn't in a different place every time. It's in the same place because it actually has a place.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was so nice.
So nice. And the 2 big totes full of other miscellaneous things that
unpacked now.
Unpacked and put in their place.
Like, holy shit.
Mama Cindy, thank
Woo.
you.
Thank you, Mama Cindy.
Thank you.
Oh my God. So I feel like that has been one of the lessons that I've been learning, is that
Yes.
I can hold more than I think that I can,
Yes.
and it gets to be so much easier when I allow people to help. And not in the ways that I thought that they should help or might help or be available for helping.
You know, I definitely can relate to that. And I think that really, I think I realized that on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
When we were going to meet Charlene and Alex for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I got stuck. About a block.
Oh, yeah, like a block from their house.
From their house. And I was like, oh gosh, what do I do? Because I'm from South Dakota. Like, I can drive in the snow, but I'm driving my grandma's little car right now because my van's getting worked on. So, like, I'm driving this little tiny car. And their neighborhood was, like,
it was not good.
Plowed.
No, it was not plowed well at all.
And so, like, I ended up kind of, like, high-centered a little bit, and I was stuck. And I was like, oh, no. And so I tried calling you, and then I was like, oh, no. And I was like, well, I know she's there with Carrie, and Carrie will probably answer.
Yeah, because my phone's always on silent.
Yep.
That's just how.
And I was like, well, I hope maybe Carrie will answer.
Carrie will always answer.
Great. And so,
because his phone is always on.
And I was counting on that. And he did, and he answered, and I was like, hey, Carrie, is Alex there?
Alex with his giant truck, and Alex's giant truck can get me? Great.
And as soon as he was like, yep, and I was like, can I talk to him? And then I was like, Alex, I'm like a block away, and I'm stuck, and he was like, I'm on my way. And I was like, hey, thanks, I'm so sorry. He was like, it's no problem, it's no problem. And he came, and he just pulled me right out, and it was no problem. No problem. And I sat there for probably 15 minutes. What am I gonna do? 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 Before, I could, from where I was sitting in my stuck little car, I could see into their dining room. I could just leave it and walk. I could,
right.
You know what I mean? But I just sat there for 15 minutes trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I was like, I'm just going to call and ask for help.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I can just ask for help.
Yes.
And then we had a whole thing about how awesome our family is.
Yes.
So that was...
Yeah, our family's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, its soul is.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have built it with intention.
Yes.
And as long as we continually intend to have sexy reciprocity with our family and create collaborative community and
authentic connection.
Yeah, because it's not based on tit for tat necessarily. It's not, you pulled my car out of the snow and so now I must repay in this specific way.
Right.
It's just...
Now I owe you one.
Yeah, it's a trusting that we've always just got each other.
Yes.
And I've not... outside of family...
Yeah.
There was no R. There was no family.
Yeah.
That didn't extend beyond. And it does now. And that is so cool.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't even have that with my family. So for me to have that now at 35 years old with people who were strangers to me no more than a year ago,
Right.
It blows my mind.
Well, and I'll be honest in that, when I say there was no R in the family, I could ask people for help and I had people in my life outside of my family who would help me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't trust that I was still good enough when I needed the help. And to me, that's what puts the R in family, mm-hmm. because it's not only about having mm-hmm. the people who would help and right. at times do help.
Right.
It's that I have let myself fully trust that that's okay for me as a human person to rely on.
Right.
And that's a really important component, because without that trust, there's always that, even though I say I'm not keeping track of how many times people have helped me, my brain was keeping track of how many times people have helped me. Right. And am I doing enough to balance it? And am I being enough? Am right. I being enough?
Right.
Am I being enough? And like...
Yes. Once you realize that you are innately worthy mm-hmm. of love mm-hmm. and help those connections, right? That love, that relationship, that connection, mm-hmm. then it opens up a whole new world.
I don't want Disney to sue me.
World.
Look, they get really serious.
I know they do.
I don't want that.
I'm a huge Disney fan. I feel like I could charm them. I feel like I'm basically a Disney princess.
I mean, yes.
My bird talks to me every day.
I don't know that Disney's lawyers give a shit, is the thing.
My bird talks to me every day.
It's true. It's true.
What are the other qualifications? I forgot what Vanellope said. I don't remember either. They're like qualifications.
I didn't know there were qualifications.
It was in like Wreck-It Ralph 2. When she's like talking to all the princesses and she's like, "Do you talk to animals? Does some guy, I don't know, something about some guy.
I don't know, bro.
And I was like,
I'm not a Wreck-It Ralph connoisseur.
I am, but
I know I like the first one. You're basically a Disney princess.
Yeah, thanks. But I like the first one better than the second one. Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet was a lot.
I barely saw the first one, so we watched Elemental last night.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes, of course.
Have you guys watching and listening seen it? It's... I'm like, all you needed was like 10 to 20 more minutes of smoothing the plot elements together, you guys.
Yeah.
It was very jerky.
It was. It should have been a series, I feel like. They should have made that into a series.
It should have been phenomenal. Because it had all the parts and pieces. The characters were adorable.
The world development.
Amazing. Just spend 10 to 20 minutes smoothing your plot elements together. That's it.
Yeah.
Just...
You wait till you watch Wish.
Which one is which?
It's in the theater still.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
By which you mean it doesn't have jerky plot elements?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, good. Because let me tell you.
It's got a goat.
I do love goats.
And he talks.
Not like goat cheese or anything, but goats in general are rad.
And it's got a star.
I also am a large fan of stars.
And music. It's great. It's great. So great.
A goat, a star, and music. I'm not going to say that that's not a recipe for a grand movie.
I know!
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
I believe you.
And the theme is so good. It's great. Excuse me. Thank you.
Must be something.
Yeah.
In the vents? I don't know. Maybe the air just kicked on.
I think it was just confirmation that everybody needs to go see Wish.
That could be it. Well, anyway, Elemental. Cute idea. So cute. Great world.
Yes.
Cute characters.
Yes.
You just could see the man behind the curtain operating the plot devices a little too officially.
Yes.
But it was nice to have like a little stay and date night with my fella.
Yes. That's great.
Because it had been a while since we've, like, I mean, obviously we hang out and, like, play a video game together or, like, eat dinner and watch YouTube. But, like, it was nice to have, like, intentional snuggle time. And, yeah, it was good.
Good. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah.
Good. What other movies? If you've got good movies.
But like good movies that are sweet, like wholesome movies.
Yeah, I don't want something that's going to make me... I mean, I'm going to cry. Whether it's a sweet movie or a scary movie or an action-packed movie, I'll cry. I'm going to cry. Period. And that's fine because it happens. But I would really like it to be a sweet movie. Oh my gosh. New Trolls movie, the boy band one.
Oh, yeah?
That's a good one, too.
I almost suggested Trolls to Carrie last night because I was like, well, Ashley's been wanting me to rewatch it now that I have known you.
Want you to watch it with me.
Oh, with you specifically. Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
But you will like, but we don't ever, when we get together, we don't ever be like, hey, let's watch this movie.
Well, no, because I would rather talk to you.
Yeah, I know, we want to hang out.
It's very rare that I watch a movie in general.
Yeah. That's so true. I know. Oh, man.
But it was nice. Because Carrie was like, oh, we could watch a TV show. And I'm like, no. Very specifically, it needs to be a movie where the plot is all laid out and then a little bow has been put up on it.
Yes.
That is the feeling that I want right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want snuggles. I want a good story, and I want a bow on it.
Yes.
At the end. None of this TV show shenanigans where I gotta wait until the next episode to finish out a plot element. Negatory. No. Sometimes your brain just wants to close the loop.
Sometimes my brain is always trying to close all the loops. And do you want to know what my sweet brain is always doing? Creating infinite loops.
Oh, in what way?
It's just creating more loops. It's just like, well, what about this? But what if this? And what if this? And what if this? And what if this? I think it's the OCD.
Okay. That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot, but I've gotten much better at just being like, we're not following those loops.
I get that.
We're just not chasing those ones anymore.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Decision after decision.
Yes.
Dude, I said something really cool the other night. It's a Carrie. And I'm trying to remember what it was because it felt really profound.
I love a profound moment.
Shit. It was so good.
Why didn't you text it to me?
Because I had taken an adult-style gummy of a particular nature. And I just was floating through my evening.
I love that.
And so this magical quote, I'll have to text Carrie.
Okay.
So sorry, you guys. It was something about how, like, progress. Being is just a matter of making the next best decision or something that... Oh, no. Being is a collection of choices. Being is a collection of decisions. Mm. So when you talk about being in the energy of abundance or being the energy of peace,
yes.
like being is really only just a collection of small decisions.
Yeah.
So it's a fallacy to wonder if you're being correctly, like if you're being right, if you have achieved being yet. Like, am I being peaceful? Am I being strong? Am I being open-hearted enough?
Am I being in alignment?
Right. Am I being in alignment? It's just, being is really only just a series of decisions.
So when you are.
So being is really only just making the next best decision for what you are being.
So when you are struggling with indecisiveness, or you are trying to
wonder if you're doing it right, or
yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And B, your being is only just a collection of decisions. So the only thing you have to do is the one next decision.
Yeah.
And then the one next decision.
Yeah,
that leads you down the path to what it is that you are being.
And they can be the smallest of decisions.
Yes. And it's already happening. Like, you're already doing it because you have already created a collection of decisions. So it's both already happened and is what is happening because you are choosing the next best decision.
I bet this was profound AF.
Oh my God, it was so good.
That gummy.
I was so hyped about it. I was like, this is the most profound shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
Which honestly, it kind of was.
I mean, it is.
Because
even
it's
still here.
So
right
permissive.
Now. Yes.
It confirms what you've already done. It confirms what you're doing.
Yes.
And it confirms what your goal is.
Yes.
To be abundant.
Yes.
To be peaceful. To be powerful. To be magical.
Yeah.
Like, it really is only just a collection of decisions.
Yes.
And if you are devoted to making decisions, even if you make like a couple
wonky ones.
Yeah, wonky ones that you wish you had done differently, like, you're still on the path.
Yeah.
You just, like, swerved a little on the path, and that's okay. Like, the path is still there. You are still on the path.
You're just taking a little scenic route.
Mm-hmm. Because being is only just a collection of decisions. Fuck. We're powerful as shit.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if that's all being is, we've got it. We are being good people. We are being excellent podcasters.
Yeah.
Because we are making the next best decision each and every time for us to be able to get an episode out in 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Because that was an unplanned circumstance, and now that is the circumstance that we found ourselves in. So we're recording on my computer instead of my phone, which is just like 10% shittier of a camera, which that just is what it is.
It is
because
what it is.
The next best decision for us being good podcasters was to put out an episode.
Yeah, was to just be podcasters.
Yes. And we're already doing it because we're already making those decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the real deal, you guys. If you are struggling to tap into the energy of being something,
just remember you're already doing it, Big Bird.
Yeah, you are already doing it. And letting yourself, give yourself the gift of those small or large decisions that are doing it for you. Like, whew, you're powerful as hell. You're powerful as shit. Like, let's go. Let's go. You got this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's this girl I follow on YouTube Shorts called Erin, and she gives, like, career and financial advice.
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes she'll end her video by, like, tapping the camera and being like, you got this.
Yeah. Cute.
So I just wanted to tap the camera, but I'm several feet away from it, so it's less poignant. Certainly not at all poignant for only audio.
That's true. You could tap the microphone, but that might be annoying in their headphones.
Well, I don't want to annoy you, but now that you said tap the microphone, there's the urge. Don't push the red button, but all you want to do is to push the red button.
Well, some people do it for ASMR. You could just tap it real light.
Okay. real lightly, an ASMR moment brought to you by Your Soul Welcome.
I'm so excited to hear this.
I don't know. Will it be good? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. So if it's great, you're welcome. And if it's terrible, we're so sorry. It was an experiment. It was a decision. Because we're just over here
having fun.
You know, doing our podcast.
Yeah, well, because I am in the energy of being fun.
Yeah. And
sometimes being fun means weirdly trying ASMR in the middle of your podcast with no planning whatsoever. Yeah.
So just give us some feedback on whether or not it was great or not. And maybe there will be more ASMR in your future.
Ooh, speaking of what's coming up in the future.
Yes, please.
So Ashley and I were chatting the other day about maybe doing some like pay-per-view style like episodes. Because that's a thing that you're losing your mind right now. You must be really particularly excited about the idea.
I am, but I just love it when you're like pay-per-view style.
Well, because that's so like 90s. That's
I know,
so
but like what comes up in my mind when you say pay-per-view style? It's like,
oh,
not what we're about to do.
Yeah, that's so separate. We would need an OnlyFans for that.
We would need an OnlyFans for that.
Yeah, we would need an OnlyFans for that. Which I'm not opposed.
Me either, but I don't think you've gotten permission for that yet.
Well, okay. I got permission to talk about what I do with myself.
Oh, that's true.
Well, because my husband, those of you watching and listening, my husband doesn't want, like, our intimate bedroom lives out on the internet, which is totally so valid and fair.
Yes.
Like, and I will, of course, honor that.
Yes.
Although I did get permission to share a thing. But that's a later time. That's a later time situation.
I have permission to share whatever I want.
Oh, wow. Carte blanche, eh? Oh, that's great. Well, anyway, so I can share what I do with myself. Yep. Like, for sure. Because that's me. Mm-hmm. That's just me and me and me and me.
Me and me and me and me. Me, myself, and I.
Like, just me and my own situation.
Yep.
So I have permission to do, not permission because he doesn't need to give me permission for that. Right. But like we had a conversation and he has confirmed that.
Consent versus permission. That sounds so much better. Yes. I like that better.
He has continued to desire to not consent to our bedroom lives being on the internet, which is so fair.
So valid.
What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, we talked about perhaps doing some special event podcast episodes. We were thinking about doing like one on pleasure and doing like a pleasure panel, like bringing in other people. And the full idea was to do an audio only version of it so that people can remain anonymous if they want to. Which feels kind of juicy, like we might get really good input and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for things like that forthcoming, because I think anytime I'm talking about more intimate things on the internet, I do love the idea of some of it being behind a paywall, not because I need people to pay for that information, but because it is a little bit more protective for me of that information. Anyway, that's a thing that we were discussing, and it feels like a really cool idea. Yeah. So keep your little eyeballs out. If you have ideas for future episodes in general, or future like paid special event episodes, like drop those in the comments, because we are, or you can email them to yoursoulwelcome@gmail.com. We are happy to receive ideas. Yes. We haven't mentioned this in a while, but we are quietly we shouldn't be quietly. We are now loudly collecting stories from you guys. So if you have any stories relating to self-love or healing breakthroughs or a moment where, like, you were so tempted to run a past pattern, but then you didn't. Like,
Yes.
we would love to hear those stories from you.
Yes.
And you can email those into yoursoulwelcome@gmail.com.
Please let us know if you are okay with us using your name or your preferred pronouns. If you'd like to remain anonymous, that's totally cool. Just let us know that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we'll default to saying names unless you ask to be anonymous. And then, yeah, having your pronouns would be really helpful so that we are being respectful of you. As respectful as we can.
Yes.
Otherwise, we'll make our best guesses. Because that's... You don't specify. That's all I've got.
I would probably just default to they, them, if you don't specify.
Yes, that is also an option.
Anyways, I'm excited. I think it would be great. Obviously, if we do the private, the pleasure panel, you'll probably be able to tell if you've been listening for a while. You might be able to pick out my voice and Kayla's voice.
Absolutely, for sure.
I mean, Kayla can do all sorts of amazing things with her voice. Maybe she can disguise her voice, but I don't think I can do that.
I am so over the era of pretending to be anything other than myself.
Yay, I love that. Okay, great. So you'll
acting, while I can do it, you shan't see it from me any longer because I don't give a fuck.
Great. So you'll probably... And we'll probably introduce ourselves, actually.
Yeah, so you'll know us.
You'll know us. But the lovely folks on our panel, you may not know.
Might feel cozier with anonymousness. Mm-hmm. They might love an idea of being on camera, though, too. So until we fully flesh out that idea, it remains nebulous.
Yes. And there are no... In my mind, I feel like there are no topics that are currently, like, off the table or anything that's, like, totally out of bounds for that. So, really, we are open to...
Yeah, other than my husband's boundaries, I'm an open book.
Yes, yeah. So, and we've know quite a few people in the area, so we can probably...
So if you're excited about the idea of being on a pleasure panel, either anonymously or with your face's name, like, great, hit us up, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Let's make some magic.
Because I know many of the people that we love to collab with also listen. Yes. So, hey, hi.
Hey, yo.
Sup.
Hit us up. Slide into those DMs.
What? Slide into those DMs.
I don't know what this is.
That's sliding.
Sliding.
It's the international... symbol for sliding. She's just like ice skating her hands past each other, kind of.
Just the international sliding. Slippity sliding. I don't know if it's international.
I think slippity is probably a different symbol. Slippity.
Oh, I don't think that's it. That is an insertion symbol. I don't know. She just did a little, like, swoopty and uppy hand motion. That's an insertion symbol.
You're right. That is, international symbol for insertion. No, I just say international. It clearly isn't anything. It's just not. Us fucking around being a podcast situation.
Yeah.
We're just living our best lives here with you and us and everyone else listening. Or watching. And stuff. I don't know what the and stuff is.
I don't
what
either.
What are you doing other than watching and listening? Feeling, vibing. Okay, and stuff. Question answered.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Indubitably.
Tosh.
Mm-hmm. Tosh?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that once and I don't know what it's even from. What's it from? Anybody out there on the World Wide Web listening or watching and stuff, what's that from?
You guys, I think we may just have the sillies. I think that may be it for competent speaking this day.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
I think we're all just really tired and so delicious to have spent this time with you.
Yeah.
You guys. I think I just need water and a nap and lunch.
Yes.
I need my little Maslow needs met.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm at right now.
Gotta hit those bottom pillars of the hierarchy.
Yes. Yep. You can't heal out loud if you're hungry.
No.
At some point you gotta nourish that body.
Yeah.
Nourish that body. Nourish that body. What?
That was good.
You're welcome.
I'm still waiting for to hear the deets on Kayla's release date for her first high vibe album.
Well,
is that a 2024 happening? I sure hope so.
That remains in the hands of divine universal timing, because the universe knows that I am open and scared. So we'll just go along with however fast the slowest part of me can grow there.
I love that. You know I know a guy.
Fuck yeah, you do. I think about that sometimes.
I know a guy.
Yeah, she knows a guy who does sound mixing. So if I sang lyrics, he could drop some sick beats in the background or whatever.
Yeah, he can produce the whole thing, get you up on Spotify.
Ah! Spotify?
Yeah, I mean, we're already there.
Oh, yeah. I am already on Spotify, huh?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, see? It's just making the next...
Why do things feel scary until all of a sudden I realize I've already been doing it?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, fuck, if I've already been doing it, then I've already been doing it, so it might as well just happen on the next level.
Exactly. It's making those little next decisions, right?
Being is really only just a collection of decisions. Should we title our episode something along those lines?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How to be in the energy of what you desire to be in.
Yeah.
Trick question, because you're already doing it. And it's a much better place to be than trying.
Oh, gosh.
Trying is so exhausting.
Yes.
Because you're essentially always stuck in unfulfillment when you say that you're trying. So when you say that you are being, when you realize that you're already just being, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Our friend Alex had us think about this idea. He held I think a protein bar in his hand. And he was like, I want you to try to take this from me.
And I snatched it from him 3 times.
And he was like, no, I didn't ask you to take it from me. I asked you to try to take it from me. And what you realize when you can only just try to take a protein bar out of a dude's hand, you never get the protein bar. Because when you are trying, you are not in the state of
doing
or having or receiving or being. So, fuck that shit. You're already doing it. You're already doing it, baby. Yeah. Fine, I'll become a singer-songwriter and record an album.
The songstress is here.
I said it out loud with my mouth hole.
The songstress is here.
Am I still stressed out about it? You betcha. Do I know how it's going to happen? Not at fucking all. But that's why we trust in the universe.
Surrender.
I know.
Surrender.
You look like you're in a Barney movie.
I love that for me.
With the over pantomimed gesture.
Surrender. I just need Baxter, the little puppet.
Or your own little puppet. You can make your own puppet.
I bought a book at Thrift World today all about how to make puppets.
Oh my god, of course you did. Of course you did.
I did today, this morning.
That is the you-est thing to have done.
This morning I did. It's in the other room, right?
Oh my goodness gracious. That's, yep. Okay, well, Ashley's gonna make a puppet, and I'm gonna record songs and publish them widely.
Yeah.
I can't say that it's going to be on Spotify because I don't know. The how is not for me. The how is up to the universe. My God. Ah! What's happening?
I'm excited.
Does that mean I have to have a Kayla Vavra YouTube channel? Because I'm like an artist or whatever?
However you want to do it.
Too complicated. I'll just start singing and go from there. Because being is only just a collection of decisions. And collections don't happen all at one time. Because otherwise you're just bulk purchasing. Honestly, there's a difference between a bulk buy and a collection. And collections happen over time.
Yes.
So I shall have a collection of songs.
And they are cherished.
Take me to the forest. I sang her this morning for the first time in forever. Take me to the forest. That's it. That's all you get for today.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'm not ready for the rest.
I love it.
I want to confirm my own lyrics because it's been so long.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, I think that's it, you guys. We love you so fucking much. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.